Hey guys, it's Sid here with SVTperformance.com again, and we are again at Bradenton, Florida, NMRA Spring Break Shootout. Just want to give you guys a little idea of what the true street category is like. Not sure how many cars they have in it this year, but I heard it's over 150, and I don't doubt it. This line is huge. So these cars are all street cars. They've just gone on a 30-mile street drive, and they're out making 3 runs. We'll do the average of 3 runs to figure out who the winners are in this. Top 16 will go on to eliminators, but they have winners in each category of, like 13 second, 11 second, 10 second, all that kind of stuff. I guess I missed 12 seconds there. But they've got winners in all those time categories. We've got just a little bit of everything, but look at the number of cars in this thing. Got Schrader Performance here. Got quite a few companies represented. Got Jay from JLT over here. Got Rebecca Starkey running in from VMP. I know this truck has a Whipple on it. That's fairly impressive. Actually, I lied to you. That's not Rebecca. Rebecca's over here in this car. You can't fault me for that. Both orange. Running good? 10-11. What, 140? 142. 142. That's not bad. But yeah, check out this numbers of cars in this category. Another GT500. This one's being tuned by Ken at Palm Beach Dyno. A little bit of everything in this. Got an Explorer. I see a Ranger over here. Basically anything you want to bring that is a street car that can drive 30 miles, you can bring it in and run true street at NMRA. Look at these cars keep going down through here. Mercury Capri, I love these cars. A lot of people don't know about the differences between the Mercury Capri and the Fox body. This is an early one, obviously it doesn't have the bubble back on it, but I like the fenders on the Capri actually better than the Fox body. They just they bubble out a little bit there. Good looking car. Might get one of those someday. It's tough to find really, really clean ones though. Check out the true street class this year. Got to keep walking to the end. So the idea is after they go for that cruise, they come back, everybody lines up, you do 3 passes, they average out all the runs to find the winner. But the ticket is you can't open your hood or anything else. No pitting, and it's hot lapping. So as soon as you make your pass, come back, get in line, we're going to go again. I love the green on this car. I know you guys have probably seen it. If you haven't, go back on the channel and look. We had a Performance Pack 2 car in this color. Really, really nice, 2019 Mustang. We've got a hearse running, so that's unique. Saw this guy running earlier today. He's running in the 15-second range, but Lincoln hearse, hey, it's a Ford engine, so it's welcome here at NMRA. Fairly unique. See who else is in line here. So this is Chuck from VMP. This has the original first one-off prototype Odin supercharger. He's been running in the low 10s now. Basically, this car is their test bed for the EPA approved kits. So if you want to get a carb legal supercharger kit, this car is going to be the one that's testing it out. It has a stock airbox, stock throttle body. This is the basest of base kits. How much boost are you running in this car?
11 PSI.
11 pounds of boost. And you're running what, 10? What's the last run you made on it?
10, 15.
10.50, so 10 ones at 100, yeah.
137.
So 10.15 at 137 through a stock airbox. It does have a K&N filter in it, but that's it. That's the base kit for the Odin supercharger from VMP. A lot to look forward to with that car. Once they crank up the boost and everything, they're still running fairly low boost on it. It's a street kit, running in a street class here. Keep going on forward. Somewhere in this crowd is our friends from Florence, South Carolina, 5-Star Tuning. This Fusion Sport, a lot of people don't know about this car, but these are really neat little cars. Has the 2.7 liter EcoBoost in them. This thing was out running 1220s yesterday. You can see it has an upgraded intercooler. Very neat car, and it can surprise a lot of people. Of course, you saw on the channel a while back, we had a Ranger. This one's an STX. I really like this color. They're all 2.3 liter EcoBoost with the 10-speed, and I mentioned 5-star, and here is their car. We're going to cover this one a little bit more extensively later, but this is their first foray into drag racing. I know you guys are familiar with 5-star as far as their truck tunes, especially the 7.3 tunes and whatnot that we've been covering on the site over the last year or so, last month or so. But this is their first foray into drag racing. This car's been running pretty good all weekend. They had a little hiccup with the tuning and everything because they had to change the tires to a different diameter, so they had to go back in. You know, on these more modern cars with the NMRA transmission and everything, if you just change the tire size, you've got to go back in and change quite a few parameters. They got that straightened out. Car is running fantastic. But like I said, we're going to do a little bit more content on that one later, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. You'll pick up that later on in the month. These guys came from Canada in their S197. That's a little bit of a drive down to sunny Gulf Coast, Florida. But yeah, it's a huge, huge turnout. This has been awesome for this class. And it's great to see NMRA growing like this. We've got another crew in from Ontario. A lot of Canadians showing up. Have an Edge Sport. These are neat cars, so this has a lot in common with that Fusion Sport back there. Both have the 2.7 liter EcoBoost all-wheel drive. I personally, myself, I like the Edge Sport better than the Edge ST. The biggest difference being, besides styling, is the transmission. The Edge Sport has the 6-speed transmission, which is a little bit tougher than the transmission that comes in the Edge ST. Some people like the styling of one over the other, but is what it is. We've got Scott Boda from Steeda. I don't know, a lot of you guys that's been around the scene for a while, you probably know Scott. He is the head of manufacturing at Steeda. So if you have a Steeda K member, Steeda Springs, Steeda lowering kit, anything like that, you got to thank Scott for that. So this is his car. He's running in True Street. I think he's running in another class or two here this weekend as well. A lot of guys lined up, ready to go. Still have paper tags on this car. This beautiful Fox body coupe. Looks fantastic. 3.7 liter V6, so we even have V6 cars out here running in this class. You know, it's not really about how fast you run, it's about how much fun you have running fast. Check this one out. Yellow convertible Fox body. Should not have the Cobra badges on it, but we're not going to judge. We'll be nice. But yeah, huge, huge turnout for True Street. NMRA guys should be very, very proud about this turnout. It's really nice this year. And if you guys didn't make it, you should definitely try to come out next year or any of the races the rest of the year. NMRA still has nearly a full schedule for the rest of 2020. You should come out and check out one of the races. Like I mentioned before, Bradenton and Bowling Green are my two favorites, but there's a ton of other great ones left on the schedule. We got Georgia coming up next. That is a great one to visit just because you get the NMRA, NMCA together, so it's a much bigger event. That's coming up next month. And even if you don't want to run your car, just come out and check it out, spectate. There's a ton of stuff going on, a lot of people, a lot of vendors to see. It's a really good time, so I definitely recommend coming out. And if you can, or if you have a car and you want to, just sign up, get in True Street, go out, run the car, have a good time. You won't regret it. Unless you hit the wall, but then that's your fault. Then you'll regret it. But other than that, no. Come out, run True Street. It's a great time. Check out this Terminator. Beautiful car. And as always, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up with all this stuff we have going on. Talking about all these great cars. Like I mentioned, we have the 5-star car coming up soon. We'll be showing that off. And we have some interviews coming up with some fairly fast Whipple racers, a few other things. Don't forget, we have a VMP's GT500 coverage. We've got more of that coming. We'll be going back to the track with them next week. Only way to keep up with all that stuff is to head over to svtperformance.com and click that subscribe button. That way you keep up with all the latest news, reviews, and information on your favorite Ford performance-related vehicles.